Namaste, this is Saili Kerkar. Welcome to Conversations with Jule. Jule, good morning. Welcome to the show.
And thank you so much, Siley. It's so beautiful to see you again.
Yes, it's always beautiful and always full of energy with you.
Yes, and I'm so
So,
happy. I'm so excited. I mean, I never know what we're going to talk about, but it's always beautiful.
I know, I think that's the beautiful part. It just flows, isn't it? So, today, Jule, I want to talk to you about something that I've had a very shaky relationship with, and that is about money and also how it connects to our self worth. So money kind of invokes various feelings for various people. For me also sometimes it's about survival, sometimes it's about my value. But I want to understand first of all from you what money means to you.
Okay, beautiful. Money is an energy. If you're projecting lack or a victim of not having enough money, what do you think you're creating?
Not enough money.
Always. When you align with the truth of all that you are, there's wholeness and there's abundance. Money is just one different energy. We have alignment with all of the energies. When we're aligned with truth, all of the energies are available. It just flows. So from the perspective of money, if you look at it from the perspective of your consciousness, money is abundant. You're unlimited. So it's always there. And the ways to realize money are always present. I never force anything. I allow the flow.
Yeah.
Could I do that when I was practicing law? Because I needed to have a plan, because that's how I lived.
So most of us have this notion that we have to earn money and we have to somehow make sure that we get a lot of money. Is that because we are all in lack consciousness?
Yes. I mean, you're always fearful. When you're fearful, you become the victim. When you overcome the fear, you're in love. You're in pure truth, the pure consciousness, and the money just flows. It follows the energy of projection, just like everything else.
So are you saying that you don't have to actually do anything to get money?
You always have to follow the guidance of your heart.
Right.
Okay? So if you're projecting love and you're writing a poem, and it becomes a very vital part of energy to other people, they will return money often. And I have that experience. I mean, I have individuals that need to have interaction and the money just flows. Do I have to force things? No. I mean, I've had situations with individuals where they would do things on my behalf, never requiring a contract.
Right.
Okay? Wow. And what would happen is the next step would be there. And not only for me, but for them. Because it wasn't finite. It wasn't directed in such a way because it didn't come from lack. It didn't come from victimization. And it did not come from fear.
I think this was very important because I was sometimes thinking, I also feel a little bit awkward when I have to decide how much I have to charge to someone, or why do I have to charge? I even have that question. But I guess if it's coming from the lack, then I think there's a break, right?
Yes, the break is the lack. Lack is the break. Yes, that is the break. Because when you're coming from truth, you're aligned with unlimitedness. So where does the lack come from if you're aligned with truth? It becomes, because that becomes our fear. We're always fearful of not having enough. Okay? We're fearful of lacking. And money's a huge energy because that's what we've accepted as the way we pay for things and to get along with this world. The key is to overcome the need for the money, but realize the truth of all that you are and that all flows.
Right.
And it's not done, Siley, merely because you think it's so. You've got to shift the consciousness. It's the same thing that we've talked about often, and that is, let's repair the break and transform that energy. Transform the energy from the fear of lack to pure love.
Yeah, I think that is the most crucial part where we not just understand intellectually, but we actually shift our feelings and our energy associated with it. We'll do one session on how to repair the breaks.
Yes, I know, we will do that. I know that. But yes, this is a very important one because, and you know what, the whole notion of money, when you don't have enough, sometimes you look at it and you say, well, I'm not worth enough. Well,
yes,
that again comes from the resistance. I'm less than. And
but you know, in this world that we live in, everybody is valued based on how much they're earning. That's all. That's what everybody thinks.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Success. What is success to you?
Success to me is if I'm able to follow my heart and make a change, some impact in the world, then that's success for me.
Okay, success, even beyond that, is aligning with the truth of all that you are. That's true success. Many individuals that I have met and interacted with, yes, the more money you have, the more successful.
Yeah.
But that's not truth. The truth is, when you're aligned with the unlimitedness of you are, wholeness and abundance follow. That's pure love, which is also pure consciousness.
So it doesn't happen in my world, but when I see you, you are kind of a demonstrator who tells us that you don't actually have to earn money, but things do flow to you. Because in my experience, I get the feedback like, yeah, you're doing great work, but how much are you earning? Are you earning money? If you're not earning, then that's not valuable.
Yeah. And see, that's a level, you see, that's how we live in the resisting world. That's what we've learned. However, and I live there, so I know it very well. However, when you rise above that, you overcome the fears. What happens is you align with your unlimitedness. That's your total connection. That's your unity with the whole of God.
Did you ever experience the lack, and how was your experience?
Oh yeah, of course I did. Yes. Even after law school, I mean, I was still making tons of money, but you know what? It would go out as quickly as it came in because of fears. But that's what fears does. That's what fears do. I mean, as soon as you have a fear, you're projecting that and you're creating the experiences of fear. And you know what? There are very, very many people that make unlimited money. However, is that the reality, or is it still illusory? And it depends on every single person, of course. Because from my perspective, I've never realized the abundance that I do now. Because it just flows. Everything just flows.
I guess when you don't have to make sure that you are getting money or don't have to manipulate anything, and still money comes to you, I think that is definitely success.
It is, because that's your truth. And I mean, the whole notion, what you just said, is beautiful, because manipulation, yes, when we're coming from a victim consciousness, what we learn to do is manipulate and usurp power so that we never have to be fearful. Okay? And that's part of the resisting energy, and that breaks us from our unlimitedness. So when we're trying to force situations, I mean, my goodness, Siley, I went to become a CPA, then I became a lawyer, and I'm ready for become a doctor. Because you know what? I kept looking outside. Well, the grandness is being able to realize it from where we are. Because where we are, it's in us. It's as us. It's beyond us.
Yep. I think when I talk to you, I just kind of feel so expansive and I kind of get it. That's the truth. It's just we have to actually shift it within us and
Yes,
feel
and
it
it's
as
got to
our
be the
truth.
shift. And the shift of, if you don't shift the consciousness, it's stuck. I had a gentleman yesterday with which I talked to, and he said, you know, it's so beautiful because I rise to that level that you're speaking of, but then I drop down. Well, that's
Yeah,
about repairing the breaks. Because see what happens, there's still in consciousness a hold. That the mind is very wonderful. It's such an incredibly vital part of us because it allows us to realize what it is that's holding us. Then we can fix it. We can
yeah,
fix
yeah,
anything.
yeah. We just got to keep observing what our mind is creating and then work
Yes,
through that.
exactly right. You're right on. So someday we'll have one of these wonderful sessions and we'll do a lot of examples about repair.
Yes, let's do that next time. Thank you so much, Jule. I think this was a vital session and it's one of the biggest breaks that I have, and I think most of the people have. So I'm
Most
going to
people
work
in
on
this
that.
world, I totally
Yeah,
agree with you.
yes.
You are the best. I
Okay.
love you, mate. I love you, lady.
I love you. I love you too. Thank you. See you next time. Have a beautiful
Bye,
day.
dear.
Bye.